All right, what's up, guys? We have some stuff going on today, and I'm gonna let a few more people get in here because I know there's gonna be a lot of uh, questions. I'm sure a lot, a lot of stuff has transpired in the past few hours within the stock market, and this is what happens when you have this volatile of a market. You know, this is what I've been saying since the beginning of this. I've been reiterating how risky it is to take any trade in this market, and that's I'm going to keep reiterating that because that's how risky it is. You know, TVIX was all the way up at 1,000 yesterday, and it just had a massive sell off right here, all the way down to 500, actually 553, and now it's back up to 680. So uh, things are wild. The SPY actually made a nice run today. Nice run on the SPY all the way up to this top channel here on my downward chart, or my downward my downtrend channel. And I actually thought for a second that it might break over. And the day's not over yet, and it's coming down now, but the possibility is still there. I honestly don't have any idea why it is even coming up as much as it is today, especially when all the news does not seem like it should be coming up. So it's most likely a short-lived, but we will see. I streamed this morning. What do you mean, tisk tisk, Josh? I streamed. I streamed till 11 Eastern. So we still don't have that many people in here yet. I want to give it a few more minutes before I start talking about some of the things I want to talk about. And things I want to think of. HTBX, on the other hand, has made a nice rebound today, a very, very nice rebound. And it's actually up over this downtrend on the 10-day. So I do like seeing that. And they've not even had a press release, which the last couple of days it's kind of been popping at certain times. Really? Hmm. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I'll check. Because it's showing. I'll check later after this stream and see if it's showing up. Because I don't know why that would do that. But right now, I kind of want to keep an eye on the SPY and TVIX at the moment. Just for the fact if TVIX starts cracking under this area here where it got held up for support, then I'm probably going to jump out of it for now, and then I might get back into it. But I don't know for sure about that yet. We'll see. Cause what I've learned. Huh, yeah, I don't know, Josh. I don't know what that's about. That's strange. But what I've learned is I should have probably locked in when TVIX was up here around this 1,000 area, and then waited and got back into it. which I thought about yesterday, and then I was like, nah, if it's getting 1,000, it's gonna keep crashing. But I was wrong, so that's where I'm trying to make some better decisions, I want to say. What's up, One Life? So I don't know. I'm having some thoughts today. It's just like I don't know. I've got to pull my brain together basically. Now I'm sure the big old slap in the face today is AYTU. I'm sure some of you who might be newer, who may be in on AYTU, this might have freaked you out. Dude, I need more than cheetah piss. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my brain today, or pretty much this past 2 weeks. I feel like I'm struggling to stay afloat right now. So I'm trying to make good decisions. I'm trying to start making better decisions. I don't know. Like I said, trading is such a mental game, and right now the mental side is really getting the best of me, and it's been getting the best of me for this past 2 weeks. Unfortunately, although I've had some wins, I've had some losses too. But I'm just trying to figure things out. I'm staying in AYTU as well for now, but I'm getting a little fed up with AYTU because there's definitely manipulation going on. I mean, it's pretty clear. But if they're gonna make a move with their test, they need to make a move soon. If not, a lot of investor attention is going to go off of this, and we could easily see it back down, pretty low. But I mean, this direct offering was a big offering to some more institutional investors, and they priced it at $1.59. So just off of that fact, it should at least get back up to this 160 area. You're holding AYTU till 199. What does that mean? Till it gets to $199? Is that what you're talking about, One Life? I'm gonna delete these inverse ETFs off here for now, because at this moment all I want to see is TVIX and the SPY. Oh my God, Thinkorswim, come on. What is going on with Thinkorswim? Don't do this nonsense to me. You're holding AYTU until it gets to $199. I think it still has plenty of potential. It's a little concerning to me how long it has taken them to get these tests and get these tests shipped out. That's what my concern is. Because if you drop the ball, I mean, you saw, what was it, some other stock that has nothing to do with testing. They're trying to come up with a vaccine now. They're trying to get out tests. So, I mean, there's a high demand, maybe 198. There is a very high demand for tests. But the one thing that I'm partly concerned about is I don't want to be caught up in a company that's pretty much scamming at this point in time. Because the thing is, they were all the way down to 34 cents before all this started happening. So it's not a great company. And there's a lot of short interest on it in the past because of that fact. So the thing that concerns me is them not actually trying to get tests out and help people. My concern is they might just be scamming. So, but it's too early to tell quite yet if that's the case. So, like I said, I'm not jumping off the ship yet. I'm just trying to be careful and be prepared for any outcomes on everything right now. Yeah. See, we were having kind of some fluid movements on the SPY, but now it's kind of been going straight up. Then my thoughts on TVIX are just it's just I feel like there's been plenty of opportunities to make money on the way up and ride and keep making money instead of just holding it all the way through on TVIX. And I could have locked in. I could have locked in was at 1,000 and locked in like 650 in profits, and then got back in today at this area here and try to ride it up for more profits. Yeah. Well, the volatility thing too. That's another thing that's kind of making me a little nervous on TVIX right now because TVIX is a velocity short share. It runs off of the market crashing, but it also runs off of all the volatility in the market. So if volatility is not swinging one way or the other, then TVIX can sell off. I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm in a mental space right now where I'm trying to assess things and make make some decisions. Yeah, VIX is 7% down as well. That's what I'm saying. TVIX is 190% down today, 200 now at this point. That's what I said. So I'm watching it right here. Because if the volatility goes away, it could sell off. And it's already sold off pretty hard, which makes me nervous. Because that's the thing with these inverse ETFs, especially when it comes to volatility. So, like, this area here is real sketchy. I do not want it down in this area too much. Yeah, I am thinking about covering. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm thinking about covering and then getting back in it. maybe tomorrow. Because if the SPY keeps pushing today, it could push all night, and TVIX could get back down pretty low. So that's what my concern is. Because I don't think the SPY will hold over the weekend. I think a sell-off will happen tomorrow, and I could get back in. So that's what my thoughts is on this. But I don't want to, like I said, I've already given up quite a bit of profits. So I'm just trying to feel things out right now on this. Like I said, this is my first market crash being in the stock market as well. So, you know, I'm learning new things every single day. Learning things about how things work and how I react as a trader to things, especially in these markets. It's a lot easier to trade in a bull market when everything's going, up most of the time and everything's pretty consistent. In a market like this, you have room for a lot bigger profits, but you also have room for a lot bigger losses. And there's just unknown variables, and I don't have that much experience in this market, in a market like this. So it makes me I don't know, it just makes me think. But I mean, I'm up over 350 right now still on TVIX, and if it crashes down more, if it gets down to the $400 area, I'd rather have locked in profits and then got back in it. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be smart. I'm going to be smart and safe. Okay, so I just covered my TVIX. Like I may be being nervous, but like I said, I can always get back in. But see, spies the SPY's still not dropping. It's still holding up so far. So I'm just gonna be careful for a little bit, and then if TVIX does drop down quite a bit more, then I may get back into it. I'm just looking real quick to see how much exact profit it was. So 355 on TVIX on one share. So not too bad. And I'll send you guys some shots of my P&Ls on my Webull account. But I don't know. I feel like there's a lot at play right now. We have some unknown variables. I think that lockdown is coming. I think this could be one of those things where we're going to get a nice rush up on the markets right before the lockdown happens. That's what I think is going to happen. So I do plan on getting back in the TVIX at some point. But right at this moment, I want to be out of it and just wait a second. See what happens the rest of the day and tomorrow night with the SPY. But HTBX is looking strong. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, something I want to do. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can always come back. But if for some reason that this my I've not been trusting my instincts, and my instincts are telling me to get out of TVIX for now. So that's why I'm listening to them, because every time I don't listen to my instincts, I end up losing. So that's my biggest concern is I want to start listening to my instincts. Anytime my instincts tell me something, I'm just going to listen to them and do it. And if I end up being wrong, I end up being wrong, then I'll know at least my instincts aren't as good as I think they are. So yeah, I mean, I do seem like I'm a little iffy today, but I'm just trying to stay smart. And I'm concerned if this 600 area cracks on TVIX, that it's going to come down even harder, and it could come back down to 4, maybe even 300. Because it hasn't had a pullback. That's another thing. TVIX has pretty much went straight up to 1,000. So today's the first pretty big pullback, and it is possible it could have another pullback. So I would rather be safe than sorry. So let's something I want to do though, and this is something I was thinking about earlier. I want to actually work on a scanner. So right now, I want to work on this scanner real quick. If you guys would just bear with me. But what I'm wanting this scanner to do is I want it to show me a list and see TVIX down to 580. So that's what I was concerned about. And it's possible that it could keep dropping. But I want a scanner for these markets right now. And I want the scanner to show me, because I was thinking about Dave and Buster's today. And the only way you could catch this rip on Dave and Buster's, I guarantee that a lot of retail traders were not watching David and Buster this morning at 8:30. Because why would you be? You know what I mean? So I'm wanting this scanner to find, and when we do have these bounce days like this through the rest of this down market, I want this scanner to be able to find these stocks before they really start going. Because, I mean, this is a massive move, and this is the type of moves we're going to have in this type of volatility. So, I mean, from $5 all the way up almost to $10 in what, an hour is a pretty crazy move. So that's what I'm wanting to kind of make a scanner for this, and it might take a little bit of finessing to figure out how to get it to work the way I want it to work. So let's do percent change. Let's do 1%. Let's see what this does. Look, this is insane. Look at all these gains on all these different stocks. All these different stocks up at least 20%. Yeah, TVIX down to 550, so I'm kind of glad I stuck to my instincts on this. Listen to my instincts might have paid off today in this situation. But yeah, this is showing a lot of stocks. But it is the afternoon. In the morning, it's not going to show this many. So I think I may keep it at this. Let me save this scanner. Yeah, I want to continue. And let's call this uh, we'll call it experimental scanner. And I'm going to be tweaking this scanner as much as I can. And I'm actually going to put it over here on my side watch. Let's see. Where is that? There we go. There we go. On my side watch list. Now the idea of this is when the market opens, stocks should start popping up on this scanner. And when they do, I can immediately look at them, you know, when they're in this area in this first 30 minutes. And if they're starting to move up some, you know, if they're up over 1%, then I can see if there's a reason why they're starting to move. And my thoughts is by doing this, we can catch these type of rips before they happen. Because I've not found a way, I don't know if any of you guys know of a way, but the news scanner for Thinkorswim, you can have it just on random news. So like I can unlink it here. And I can just put it on nothing. And it'll show me all the news that's coming out today. But what I would like to do, which I've never been able to figure this out, and if I could figure this out, it would make it very interesting. Oh, did I just figure something out here? I might have just figured it out. Let me see something here. Okay. So, I'll be curious to see how this works in the morning. But this, now see, that's just showing me the stock. See, I want to hook it up to the scanner. Let's see. Is Mylon on this list? But what I'd like to do, if I could figure this out, and if you guys can help me with this, because like I said, I've never been able to get it to do this. I want the news scanner to only show news releases coming up for, not this one, but this one, for this, damn it, this scanner here. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'd like some stipulations on what stocks news comes through this scanner. Because then we can catch press releases as they're coming out too before the big rips. So if you guys know of a way, or think you might know of a way, let me know, and we'll work together and try to figure it out. No, it does. Like right now, it's working. There's no stock in it. It will show you random live news. It'll show you all the press releases that come out in the market. These are all press releases that's been coming out all day on stuff. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because if we have this scanner and a press release comes out and the stock starts moving a little, it'll pop up on this scanner. So we'll just leave it like it is. If there is a way, I don't know if there is a way. It's something I've tried to figure out the past 2 years and I still haven't figured out. So we'll just see tomorrow how this scanner works in the morning. And if it's popping up stocks fast enough, then we can, you know, I can always click on them. And as soon as I click on them, it's going to show me the news anyway. So I'll be able to see the press releases pretty quickly. So let's go with that. We'll see how that scanner works tomorrow. I may have to adjust it some more. I'm not sure. But we'll see. So yeah, what I'm wanting to look for. Let's see. I need to change. Come on. There we go. Let me look at a couple things here real quick. BMTX with a big sell-off. I'm just looking at this big loser. Top losers on the NASDAQ. I like that pattern on ABDN. Possible continuation maybe tomorrow on APDN. Oh, also, while I'm thinking about it, I was wrong on TVIX. It's actually not triple leveraged. It's double leveraged. I thought it was double leveraged. Yeah, it's double leveraged. So it's not a triple leveraged ETF like I thought it was. It's double leveraged. Let me see VIX. This is one I haven't really looked at. I don't know. I may get back in. I may get in VIX instead of TVIX once I see how far things are going to come down. Because I could get a couple more shares. It doesn't run as hard, but it has moved decently more than the other ones. But anyway, what I'm looking for is just to see what's kind of running today. But there's so many stocks that's ran today. It's just, I mean, it's, a lot of it's because of this rebound on the SPY. And that's how it's going to be. So, I don't know. Anyway, if this scanner works the way I want it to tomorrow, the next time we have a day like this, because I highly doubt we're going to have another green candle up tomorrow. It's possible, but I would be pretty shocked to see it. So, but the next time we have one, you know, maybe next week. Yeah, three green days in a row on the SPY. This has got to be short lived. There's no way I could see the market rebounding right now. But I want to be ready the next time we have a green day like this, where we have so many stocks that go on these massive rips. I want to be able to catch them before it happens. Yeah, see, look at this nonsense. 59 cents up to 259. If you can nail these moves, then you're going to make a killing in the market when it rebounds like this. So that's what I want to work on. Okay, yeah. So back to AYTU, because I know some of you guys are invested in it. Patrick's, I can see, was a little nervous. So they had a direct offering. And the direct offering is to more institutional big investors. And they did this direct offering selling the shares at $1.59. Now, offerings a lot of times will scare people away because it's like diluting the stock. But this direct offering is not of. I don't think it's common stock. I don't think it's public stock. I thought I read it said that. Let's see. No, it is common stock. Well, anyway. Offerings usually scare people away. And that's what happened. A lot of retail investors, they sold out of their positions because of this because of this offering. So, and that's where I'm at right now, is I'm raising the question. Yeah, common and warrants. So, the question that I'm raising right now with AYTU is, did they do this offering? Because this is the third offering they've done. But if they're doing this offering and all these offerings, is it to raise money to buy more tests, to get more tests shipped out? Or are they just trying to scam right now because they can? Because, that the feds are watching the market really close, but they're watching to make sure it doesn't crash. So some of these penny stocks can get away with some things. And that's where that offering kind of made that question pop in my head. Before I was like, okay, yeah, they're raising money to get this going, but trying to raise more money again. It just makes me, I'm just thinking like, why? Because they still haven't shipped out one single test to anybody yet. Okay, so that's where it's kind of like they need that 100,000 that they've said's been shipping, for a week or whatever. That 100,000 needs to get here, and they need to say that they're getting those tests out to people. If they don't, then it's like, what are y'all doing? What are you doing with the 40 million that you guys have raised? Like what's going on right now? So that's where my question lies. So I think, like I was saying earlier, I still think it has plenty of potential. But at this point, I really want to keep a close eye on it, because if they're not getting these tests out, then it's going to start feeling real scammy to me. So that's kind of my thoughts on it right now. It is down. I mean, it's down a good bit at the moment from where it was earlier today. But we're still on this little uptrend. You can kind of draw this line, this little uptrend. So it's just one it's just one you want to keep a very, very close eye on over the next week. But yeah, if the tests don't start coming out and stuff, it's going to get real awkward, and investors are going to shy away from it the more that it doesn't pop, because they've definitely been manipulating the stock price. And that's it. It's just a little concerning at the moment. But I don't want to overreact and jump out yet and then it rip, Monday or Tuesday, because they're finally done messing with it. So yeah, it's just AYTU before all this was not a good company. They've been on a downtrend for probably more than a year. Let's see. Yeah. So, I mean, AYTU's been on this downtrend for a long time, for 3 years just about. So they're not a good company, and I've said that since day one. This was a garbage company, and that's why the shorters are trying to hold it down. There's a lot of short interest, and people wanting to short it. Yeah, the kits have to come soon. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like they have to have a press release very soon, tomorrow, Monday or Tuesday, saying that their kits are being shipped out to doctors or hospitals or whatever. So that's what I'm saying. There's got to be more concrete proof that they're really trying to get these kits out. Now, I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm just saying I'm just trying to be aware of the possibilities. So, oh, I gotta let's see. But it's not like it's not like I've thought this the whole time. Really, I thought we were fine until this direct offering. That direct offering today is what's making me think about it twice. So, like I said, I'm still holding, and I'm gonna try to hold to see what happens. See if they come out with test kits. But I'm just saying, I am a little wary right now because this is the opportunity. This is the type of markets, and this is the opportunity where AYTU could become a legit company with these test kits. That is true. They have that opportunity to do that, and that's the thing. That's what it comes down to. Are they taking this opportunity to actually grow as a company, or are they taking this opportunity to scam everybody out of their money because the market's crashing? So it's something you have to consider, especially at this point where you know we've not seen any test kits yet. So it's on my mind. I'm gonna be watching it very closely over the weekend and stuff. So looking for headlines. But like if you have a like here's the thing, if you have a test if you have a test that works as fast as their test supposedly works and all that stuff, why are you not getting it out to the public? Like they need to get this test out as soon as possible. Like stop messing around. And what I want to see is what I'm trying to find is when they released that press release saying that the kits are being shipped, because there was one press release that said the kits were being shipped to them. And I want to keep up with that date to see how long it's taken for them to get the test. And this was another thing. Is they didn't detail anything about the volume of inquiries the company is getting, which is a little bit sketchy to me. But yeah, the thing is, like, March 10th. Okay. The thing is, we know how long it takes for things to ship. You know, so They ex ooh, they ex see I didn't see this before. They expect to receive the initial product in 3 to 4 weeks, and they're getting it. They're getting them shipped from China. Yeah, you would think. I mean, usually the offering's for $1.59, so I would definitely expect it to get back up to that area. But the 3 to 4 weeks, that's a long time for a shipment. But I guess they're shipping them from China, which is another thing that makes me kind of nervous. If China shuts down trade. Hmm. I don't know. I'm gonna watch it over the next couple of days and see what happens. I'm gonna stay in it for now, unless something crazy happens and it really starts cracking. But yeah, I think it's something we got to keep an eye on, cause that press release was 9 days ago. So if they're gonna get these tests soon, it seems like it'll be another couple of weeks before they get the test, which means they're not doing anything right now if they don't have any tests. So that's kind of my thoughts right now. Yeah, I just want to keep an eye on it for a couple more days. But it needs to come back up. It does not need to be down in these lows. So if you look, this exact thing right here is the exact same thing as right here. Like literally, this is damn near the same pattern. You've got the big sell off, and that's when Roche announced that they had tests. And then it kind of made this little triangle pattern. So it needs to come back up. It needs to do the same exact thing and gap up or whatever it needs to do. But yeah, uh, yeah, I want to see it get back up, because if it stays in this area all day in this 125 $1 area, uh, it might take it a little bit longer to get back up to these areas. But you know, if it comes back up, I don't know. It's just a lot of different thoughts right now in my head on things. What's the eagle? Like my initial plan, like I was expecting it to have a rip way before now. Like I was expecting, this one to be a better rip, and this one, and then today I was really expecting it to get over $2, and it didn't. And that's the thing that keeps bugging me, is it just keeps having issues. Cause I don't want to, like, I'm all in on the small account right now with this trade, and I don't want to. I don't want to sit here and have to hold this for months for it to come back up, or for it to have a big rip. If it takes them, because I mean, it is very possible that they're raising all this money because they're getting ready for, you know, a big, a big. Boy, I'm really having trouble today thinking. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, they okay. They might be having a big, you know, run when they get the bunch of tests in. They're probably ordering more tests than 100,000. So I mean, they've got the commercial rights, and the virus isn't going away. But it may take, you know, it could possibly take a month or two for this stock to have that big rip. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It may take some time for this to rip. So that's what I'm saying too. You know, I could always jump out of this and just keep it on the watch list. And when I see that it's starting to look like it might rip again, then I could always get back in it. So, but I'm willing to give it a few more days and see if they get the volume to push it over two, because two is the area it needs to get over if it's going to get any action. And it just looks to me like, oh, there goes my dog. Just off of the way like the way BMRA ran was how I've been expecting AYTU to run on these press releases, and it just isn't doing it. Not yet, anyway. So I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. I see the SPY's finally coming back down. See, the TVIX is holding at 200 for now, but it did test a couple of times. So I'm going to still wait a little bit before I decide to get back in it. Like I said, I may get in VIIX instead. I don't know. But on another note, TVA was one that Trump talked about today. They're looking into their malaria vaccine. The stock has a very, very large float. And you can see today it's moved from about 650 up to 750. So if this is going to move, it's going to be a very slow mover. It's not going to rip up and down. See, that's its biggest. Actually, this is the biggest move from 732 to 847. So still, that's just a little bit over $1 movement over a whole day. But I just wanted to keep an eye on it, just to see how fast it would move. See how's Wader doing. So Wader's kind of on this trend line here. Damn, I would have liked to got in on that bounce at $2. I'm just checking something here. Oh, where you're trading at, it's 130 right now? So you must have to get up really early for the pre-market or for the when the market opens. If it's 130 there now, you're about an hour and a half behind from me. So you're getting up about 6 o'clock in the mornings for the market open. I just keep thinking of. Just sitting there thinking, and see, the market's almost closed. We got 40 seconds here. Ah, okay. Gotcha. So, yeah, what I'm thinking about, let's see, 30 seconds. See, what's Apron doing today? I'm just thinking about a swing on Wader. Yeah, Apron had a big rip up and then dropped down. But it's starting to come back up as well. But yeah, I'm just thinking if this comes back down to 250. Maybe a possible swing. Oh yeah, you want to find a broker that has access to after hours and pre-market, because if you're swinging stocks like AYTU, you want to be able to get out of them at any chance possible. You don't want to be stuck in something if it starts crashing because they came out with some after hours PR. Hmm. See, here's where here's where my brain starts messing with me. This is why I've been quiet for a second, because my instincts was telling me that Wader would be a good swing. And I've been sitting here trying to analyze and figure out if my instincts are telling me that because they're good instincts or because I'm just crazy. And now at this point, it's up to 270. When I was originally thinking about it in this 250 area. And if I wake up tomorrow and Wader's over $5, I'm going to kick my own ass. So I'm just gonna hold off for now, just because I feel like I hesitated too much. If I was going to swing it, I should have got in at 250. That's where I wanted to get in at. I'm not gonna force a trade because the 200 days at 240. So there's a little bit of support there. Well, 250's natural support anyways. It held up on the chart right here at 250. And then it had some support back here at 250 and support back here at 250 in this area. So it had decent amount of support at 250. I don't know. Let's see if my instincts were right tomorrow. If my instincts were right on this tomorrow, then I'm going to really start listening to my instincts and stop analyzing so much. I feel like I'm analyzing too much on too many things. How much has VIX moved already? This is what I kind of wanted to see on VIXC. So it went from 119 to 132. So that's $12 a share. 155, 160, $40 a share. No, TVIX is still the better one. What on are you talking? What are you talking about on VIX? Or are you talking about on Wader? What are you talking about? Yeah, I see what you're saying on the volume. The thing is, tomorrow is Friday, and Fridays are always weird. So oh boy, come on, Thinkorswim. See how's AYTU doing in after hours? All right, starting to come back up a little bit. Yeah, so I'm gonna wait before I do anything. I'm gonna wait until tomorrow morning and see where everything's at, and then I'll start uh, making moves. Cause I'm thinking right now. I'm just kind of. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow morning. I think that's the best. I think that's the best thing for me to do because I am having a lot of issues right now with my brain. Sometimes you just have to take a step back. TVIX starting to climb pretty decently right now, but yeah, sometimes you just gotta step back and reevaluate things. You really need to be on point when you're trading, and I'm not on point right now. I just got to be honest with myself. I'm not on point at all. So we'll see where everything goes tonight. What happens tomorrow? And I'm gonna try to get my head back together for tomorrow. But I don't want to give any type of advice or uh, make any moves right now because I'm just not I'm just not feeling it in my brain. Like it's just not. I don't know. I've gotta meditate or something. So no, I'm not sick. It's not a sickness or anything like that. This whole day since I woke up this morning, I've just not felt sharp. And as the day has went on, I still don't feel sharp, and I realize that. And I'm dealing with uh, a little bit with TVIX right now. I'm dealing with a little bit of emotions on TVIX at the moment. So I'm gonna try to get my brain back ready for tomorrow so we can start off the day and check things out and make some good moves tomorrow. Cause right now I just feel like anything I try to do at this second it might be a mistake or I don't know. I'm not feeling confident in my abilities at the moment. So it is what it is. Some days you have this. When you've been trading long enough, you know when you have these days that you just have to back off. Like that's just all there is to it. I just gotta back off. So, um, we'll be back tomorrow morning and we'll go from there. WTRH up to 285 so far. Up to 290. I'll see how far this goes right now because it is getting some volume just to see. In any case, my instincts was somewhat right because it's already ran from that 255 area up to 290. So I mean that's 35 cents of profit right there. That could have been a quick little trade, especially if Wader keeps going up and it gets more profit. But yeah, yeah. So I'm sorry, guys. I know I'll probably look like a maniac right now. I feel like a maniac, but I just can't. I don't know. It's one of them days. It's just one of them days. And I don't know. If it doesn't happen to other traders, then I don't know. I don't know. Maybe either they're not telling you the truth or maybe it doesn't happen. I don't know. But I know me personally, I know how my brain works. And right now it's not. So I'm just, I don't know. Okay. Well, alright, guys. We'll be back here in the morning. Hopefully my brain's working better tomorrow. I'm going to try to get a good night's rest, and we'll get back on it tomorrow. So, yeah, appreciate you guys joining me again. This power hour of nonsense of my brain having all kinds of issues. And you guys enjoy the rest of your night. You know, chill out with your families. Whatever you got to do, stay safe out there. Keep an eye on the headlines, because you don't know what's going to come out and when it's going to come out. So, yeah, you guys have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow.